Good morning. Before we get into this morning's update, I want to go over a quick synopsis of what is transpiring. There's quite a bit to talk about this morning, not just on the charts, but also in the news as well. First, as we can see, XRP's had a nice little rebound here at 4.29%. Doing what we were talking about last night. It came down to that, let me go to the right chart. We came down near that 54.2 cents. We didn't breach it, so as long as we held 54.2, it should have had a return, and let's put this in the current times, to right around 57.4 cents. That's either a resistance, or we're going to finally take control here, and we're going to take control of that 2018 resistance as support. If we look at it just as according to the RSI, 2 hourly broken into a more bullish range. The fact that we've pushed up like we have, now it's up to us, though, or up to XRP, I should say. If we want to continue this bullish momentum, we've got to start using 57.4 cents as support. As of right now, we did a good job in the prior 30-minute candle. We came down just below 57.4. We came near 57.3, pulled back up, and now in this 30-minute, we're looking like we're trying to push up again. Now, just remember, after the thinly traded weekend, now it's Monday morning here on the U.S., so on the Eastern Standard Time Zone, especially around 9:30, we usually get a little bit of consolidation after a run up overnight, or if it was going down overnight, we would have a little bit of a push back up. So right now our objective here this morning, 57.4 cents. If 57.4 cents holds, then we can start looking at this massive possible W reversal. This is when we talked last night. We said we needed a miracle pullback with some volume, and then we needed it to ride up. This was our bullish scenario, if we could do this and then just ride up. Otherwise, if we did this and get rejected here, it could just be a stop measure. So we're looking for more just a stopgap. We're looking to build some momentum here and build off the 57.4 cents. And if we do get on top of 57.4 cents just very quickly, we've got 61.4 cents over the top, which that is the rising channel resistance. And then over that is 63.67 cents. That's the cup and handle resistance. So if we get over those 2 points here, which we still got some work to do, but at least we pulled back up here in a pretty nice fashion. In the daily, we never gave away the 200-day moving average. So we're still on, not technically the bullish side, unless we're on top of 57.4 cents, which is that 2018 resistance. But we definitely haven't flipped to that bearish. We don't flip bearish unless we break below. And it's something we had to talk about a lot yesterday. Despite my feelings that it was going to come down to 54.2 cents yesterday, which it came very, very close on that drop. Came to 54.6, I believe it was, in that, like I said last night in the live. That's close enough, 54.5. So it came within, 0.3 of a penny. So to me, that satisfies it. Now, does that mean it's going to not come back down? That's not what it means, but it gives us the opportunity right now, because we're at the 57.4, to ride this and invalidate the death cross in the smaller time frames. Because in the 30-minute we had it, 45-minute we had it, but we're bouncing on top of the 200-day and the 45. The hourly, we had the death cross that we've now trying to invalidate. 2 hourly, we were coming down, but we happened to push up here recently. But if you look at the 45, that looks more like a bullish candle, a dragonfly. So that's a doji, but that's a bullish doji, where despite the pressure to the downside, it comes back up towards the top. We might be able to start pushing back up. Now, I don't want everybody to get too ahead of themselves. We need to hold this 57.4 cents. Otherwise, we still do have a death cross that is not invalidated until that 20 comes back through the 200 and the 45. So we're going to see in a very short order whether or not that this is just a retest of the breakdown, or if we're going to have some momentum here to start this Monday morning. We're going to have to do 2 bits of reading as well. So we'll do a little more analysis and then we'll get into the reading. So XRP bullish options popularity jump, maybe due to ETF speculation. So traders have locked in over 2 million in XRP's $1.10 call option listed on Deribit, the highest across all available maturities. So some people, and there are abilities, if you're not a leverage trader, you can go into different style trades in crypto, but you have to find exchange or different ways to do it. And Deribit is one where you can take out call options, and there's a large amount taken out at the $1.10 level. So anybody who knows anything about call options, you buy it now, and then you'll have a date where you think it's going to hit that maturity. So far, traders have locked in over $2 million in XRP's $1.10 call option listed on Deribit, the highest across all available maturities. So we'll definitely read what that has about. And then I'm not exactly sure what happened to my other one that I had up here. We had the bullish options. And then they were talking about the appeal. Well, we don't have to read the second one. The first one was the important one. The second one, if it's about the appeal, maybe I'll go into it later tonight. So anyhow, make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this update. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it if you could hit that like button. By you simply hitting that like button, YouTube does recommend this update. I pop up on the YouTube news feed no matter if you've ever heard of my content or not. And then whether you're an older viewer or a newer viewer, you can make an educated and informed decision whether or not you'd like to watch my content today. But that can only happen if you hit that like button. You'd allow YouTube to advertise me on the news feed so that others can find our community. So make sure to hit that like button. I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Good morning, 8:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, August 12th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So, we talk about a few things here. We're going to have to go over that news about the XRP bullish options. So, this is definitely something big to watch. We'll take a look at that in just about 2 to 3 minutes here, and we'll take our time on that. As we can see, XRP is up 4% on the day. If you're like, how do I trade XRP? I just don't know, and I want to get into this, or I want to at least make sure that I have the option if we do have another correction, or before it starts to take off. Video description below and our pinned comments. You've got BITUNIX and or HOTCOIN. Both have no VPN or KYC worldwide. Only KYC on both if you send or receive from a bank account. They have the lowest spot and leverage trading fees you're going to find. And they both have their own pluses and minuses. But on HOTCOIN right now, you can copy trade me. We started a $100 challenge on HOTCOIN. Right now, it's up to $236 plus. So we're up just over 136% on our copy trades. So you certainly can follow me by depositing money on HOTCOIN. Click on the link in the video description below and our pinned comments. Join HOTCOIN, and then when you have money in the futures, go to CopyTrade and type in XRP. You'll see XRP Future MIL, that's me, but there's nobody else with this first 3 letters of my name. So once you type in XRP, my name will come up, and you have the option to copy trade. I'm very conservative, and I've only taken out 2 trades in the last 7 days. So both were winners. But that's not the point. The point is if you're looking for a lot of volatility in trading, you're looking for the wrong person. I'm very conservative. I'm looking to make us money, week over week, month over month. Even if there's losses fit in, you're trying to make a winning overall. So pay attention to that. So XRP, we've talked about it briefly here at the 57.4 cent mark. I fully expect it to come down here this morning a little bit just because when the U.S. wakes up, they're going to see some volatility. And it's either we're going to bounce off this V shape right here in this little inverse head and shoulders in the very short time frame and continue this push up as we have now back tested in the very short time frames. Mind you, the 2018 resistance, at least right now we're using it as a layer of support. And as long as we're on the top side here, this is very bullish. The moment we go to the bottom side, we seen like yesterday, we came back below 57.4 and immediately came down near 54.2. Fortunately for us, we were able to hold that support level, didn't come through it, and now we were able to bounce back up to just about 57.4. And as we discussed yesterday, will this be a rejection? Or will this be a recapture of support? We create a pretty wide W reversal on a still valid bull flag. And the technical target would still get you up near that, at least initially, 68.2 cents if we come back up to that uptrending resistance, which is this pattern formation that's right on the 2018 resistance support line. So not only have we come up here, but we created a heck of a consolidation and a pattern setup right on it. Right on it. That's how we come up with these numbers. So we'll see if we can continue playing bullish. But if we do, we'll have to continue to hold that 57.4 cents. Otherwise, if we get a rejection there on this Monday morning, first layer would be back down around that 54 point. That's if we come back down, though. Right now, we're back up above. Then right below, we have 54.2 cents. I'm looking, hopefully, that we can recross here and we can have a volatile swing up this Monday morning now that we held over the weekend. Despite a drop, XRP is now back to where it started prior to the drop this weekend. So now we're back into that range. And the way the weekend started was we were trying to see if we could hold that 57.4 cents as support and not turn it back into resistance. The early part of the weekend looked like it was going to do the exact opposite as it came back down through to 54.3 cents roughly. But we had some testicular fortitude there, and we're able to pick back up and now get back over 57.4. We're on the cusp here of trying to use this as support, but right now I want to be honest with everybody. If we get rejected here, this was simply a re-break back up to retest the drop point. That is not what we want. So we need to continue pushing bullishly here, and we can have a lot of momentum here. If you don't hold XRP, I'd highly consider in the future finding a spot to buy it, because there's a lot of stuff that misses the airwaves. There's a lot of stuff media won't talk about. Come here, Ghost. Ghost. Sorry, I had to give my kitty some food. But the honest to God truth is, in the future, it might not be this year, might not be next year, but eventually everything is going to align the way it's supposed to. And these are the moments, watching this for the last several years, seeing XRP under $1 for almost 3 years, seeing XRP, you know, for the better part of this year, sniffing that 50, 60 cent mark the entire year, going for over 6.5 years and not being able to break a downtrending resistance. I mean, these are the time that dreams are made of. Maybe not today, we're up 4%, but we were just at 38% not 2 weeks ago. If we take a look right now into the fear and greed index, we have in the crypto fear and greed, right now we're in extreme fear, which I love seeing. We're at 25. We have an update in 10 hours and 59 minutes. Well, now it's up to 39 with the recent move overnight, but it has slipped back down to extreme fear. Now it seems to be at about 39 before the next update, but we'll see. We'll see. So it definitely slipped a lot. Being down at 25 on August 12th is interesting. The lowest we hit was 17. But the fact we were back in extreme fear before this move up, I told you, the easiest indicator to buy is when everybody's fearful, is time to buy. When everybody's greedy, it's time to sell. It never fails. So let's get into this news right now. XRP bullish options popularity jump, maybe due to ETF speculation, observers say. So this came out just about 3 hours ago, so it's very new. Deribit's nascent options market for XRP is experiencing a surge in activity, particularly in the $1.10 call option that represents a bet that prices for the payment-focused cryptocurrency will double by the end of the month. As of writing, XRP's $1.10 call option, set to expire on August 28th, had an open interest of 4,347,000 contracts, valued at 2.44 million, making it the most favored among all available XRP options on the exchange. According to data tracked by Amber Data, the amount is significant for an option market that is barely 5 months old. The so-called open interest, or the number of active bets, has increased by 838,000 contracts in the 5 months alone. According to Griffin Arden, head of options trading and research of crypto financial platform BLOFIN, the increased activity in the $1.10 call likely reflects a net long positioning. From the gamma distribution, it feels like a net long position expiring on August 30th if the resistance level of 75 cents from the past 2 weeks can be broken. The price of XRP is likely to rise above $1.10, Ardern told CoinDesk in an interview. Perhaps institutions will likely apply for an XRP ETF in the U.S., which may be an important factor driving a sharp rise in prices, Ardern added. XRP rose over 30% to 62 cents last month, but has since pulled back to just over 57 cents according to CoinDesk data. A call option gives the purchaser the right, but not the obligation to buy the underlying asset. XRP had a predetermined price on or before the expiry date. A call buyer is essentially bullish on the market, betting on a rally above the level at which the call has been bought. Gamma refers to the rate of change in an options delta, reflecting how sensitive the options price is to the changes in the underlying asset's price. CoinDesk reached out to Durbit for further information. Last Wednesday, U.S. District Court Judge Annalisa Perez ruled on the Securities and Exchange Commission's SEC motion against Ripple Labs, stemming from a 2020 lawsuit over unregistered XRP sales. The court imposed a $125 million penalty for institutional sales of XRP and injunction against further violations, but rejected the SEC's demand for a $2 billion fine. Ripple hailed the judgment as a victory, sparking hopes of a potential XRP ETF debut in the U.S. The regulator approved Bitcoin and Ether ETFs earlier this year, opening the doors to billions of dollars in mainstream money. Still, Martin Chang, Pulsar Trading Capital's options trader, expressed skepticism on whether prices could rally beyond $1.10 by August 28th. XRP has rallied a lot this year. Plus, I think people are betting the next ETFs to be approved will be on XRP and Solana. Chang said, when asked about the increased demand for $1.10 call options, that said the end of August is too close. A potential XRP ETF announcement might drive prices higher by, say, 20%, but $1.10 looks too far, Chang added. So the question is why are so many people betting on call options on XRP over the $1.10 area? Does that mean a run up to $1.10 is coming quicker than we know? Does that just mean that we have some overzealous bettors? Or does that mean the option traders know something that is about to happen, something that's already set up, and our institution's about to drive the price up here before the end of August? That is something we cannot know yet, but in the next 19 days together, we are certainly going to find out. This is going to be a momentous occasion here, and whether it happens now or a few months from now, the amount of volatility that comes into XRP, the amount of buying pressure, and just where the price ends up. And we've got until 2028 until our ultimate goal. But look at it, everybody. We're less than 4 years away from 28 now. We're just about under 3.5 now. We're down to the last quarter of the year, or the last third of the year here for 2024. The time goes quick. Whether or not we want to acknowledge it or not, what's happening is happening, and it's already set in stone. Bitcoin's up about 1,000 points to 59,705, or 1.69%. The exact way we started the weekend, we didn't feel like it was bearish. Is the exact way we're starting the week. We felt like it could come down to retest, but when it was down at this 56 on Wednesday, I talked about very particularly that it didn't feel like it was going to come down to 53.5, and I thought it had a better chance to go up to 61,948. And that's exactly what's happened. We're trying to hold that pivot point support at 58,431. And if we do, we'll have a chance to push back up. It's just we put in a little bit of a topping formation, and we need to break up faster than break down here. Because if we lose 58,431, Bitcoin can come to 53,359. Puts a big bearish stamp on the market. If it does hold 58,431 as it is right now, 61,948 is our next move that we have to break over to get near that 64,000 or 65,615 area. Anything short of that, we could reverse back down. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. I'm going to release this update. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are watching. Like this and share it on social media so we can get the word around. Make sure you watch for volatility this morning as we're right at that resistance line at 57.4 cents on the 2018 resistance on the 6.5-year Banner Plus formation. And if we can hold 57.4, our next level is 61.1 at the rising channel resistance and 63.8 cents roughly around the cup and handle resistance. Have a blessed morning, everybody. Hashtag be better, do better if you made it until the end in the comments.